Camzyos people, or HCM people, or Septal Myectomy people, whatever reason you're tuning in. I just want to give an update from my last video I posted. It is Thursday, April 16th at about 7 o'clock in the evening. I am 3 weeks out from my Septal Myectomy, and I feel great, all things considered. I guess I'm just kind of speaking off the cuff here about my experience. Just real quick, my surgery was on a Thursday. I got to Cleveland on Sunday evening at an Airbnb, literally a block off of Cleveland Clinic's campus. Monday, they did a bunch of just lab tests, EKG, echocardiogram. Tuesday was the bear. That was the right heart cath. That's an experience, especially because it'll probably be the first time you ever get to use fentanyl in your life. I don't encourage that, but I kind of get it now. It zones you out. You're awake during the whole thing, but you're totally relaxed. You kind of have to take it easy after that. Wednesday was the day before my surgery. I think I had some test in the morning. Oh, for my diabetes, type 1 diabetes. I met with the endocrinologist, and then I explored Cleveland. I think I went to the Art and History Museum. Then we went to Little Italy for my last supper. And then Thursday morning was my surgery. Check-in was at 5 a.m. Got there with my family. I don't know, I probably had time to do some paperwork. I think by 5:30 I was back in the prep room. And then the last thing I remember was looking at the big clock in the surgery room. And it said about 7 a.m. And they said, all right, put this mask on and take some deep breaths. And that was it. And the next thing I remember, I was literally kicking, waking up from anesthesia. I just had a bad reaction to it, I guess. And I had people holding my arms and, Alex, you got to calm down. I actually hurt the bottom of my foot. I kicked the bottom of the bed so hard. And then just like you read about it, I remember them pulling the tube out of my throat. Then they gave me this thing. It's like a suction to suck the mucus that's coming up out of your throat because your body's just producing all this mucus from being intubated. And like, it's like a dentist thing. It's like sucking that out of your mouth. And I was kind of in and out for a couple hours. And then, yeah, I kind of came around. You're still pretty loopy. First day in the ICU was all right. Second day they had me up walking, and that was a little emotional. I think you're on all kind of anesthesia, so you're gonna be emotional. And then, so I was in the ICU 2 days. I was a step-down unit. I have nothing really to say. I mean, you're just kind of, you're very well taken care of. Getting in and out of bed sucks. It's not a Cleveland Clinic problem. Just hospital beds are the absolute worst. I actually slept better in the recliner. Yeah, I mean, but you could, nurses come in and out every 3 or 4 hours, maybe more. Getting up and down to go to the bathroom sucks. Going to the bathroom sucks. But by the time you're ready, you're discharged. I think so. I got in there on a Thursday. I think I was discharged either on Monday or Tuesday. I wanted to be home by Easter, and I was. So, I guess the hardest part about it is trying to get comfortable to sleep. It's been so hard. I'm at week 3 now. I'm finally able to kind of sleep a little bit on my side in bed. But anyways, I felt better immediately as far as my obstruction relief, because I used to feel it a lot when I was laying down. Now it's like, it's steadily going. It's amazing. Now I haven't really pushed it much. Of course, I'm up walking every day. I've walked probably more than most people. Not that I have any data to support that, but I'm up walking a lot. My diet's been great. My blood sugar's been amazing. I've been drinking these protein drinks, 30 grams of protein. This is actually a big one. I actually get smaller ones, like 2 or 4 grams of carbs, because your body's rebuilding. Lost a bunch of weight. I think I got under 200 pounds for the first time in a long time. I'm probably back around where I was before, but yeah, I'm doing okay. I got tons and tons of emails and well wishes and messages and stuff. I appreciate that. I'll get back to everybody who asked me to get back to them. I'll get back to you, but I just want everybody to know I'm doing okay. The only thing that sucks is like your mental health. You can't drive, so I'm stuck at home basically. I mean, I have a ton of family that can ride me around, but I hate asking. The other thing was Thursday. Last Saturday, I was just laying in bed watching the UFC fights, and my heart rate started getting real weird. I sat up and I was like, oh my God, I've never felt what was going on before. My heart rate dropped to like 50 and shot up to like 120, and it was normal. Like it was around 80, and it shot up to like 120. So I don't know what's going on, but I have to go to the ER. So went to the emergency room and ended up I was in AFib, which is common after open heart surgery. I think it's like anywhere between like a fifth and a third of patients go into it, but it sucks. It really hurt my mental health because I have never had arrhythmia problems in my life, and that was the big thing I wanted to avoid. It's not exactly the same thing as an arrhythmia issue, but it's in that family. So I was in the ER for a couple hours, and I was in the intermediate unit, and they shocked me out of it, and I went home. And I've been taking it pretty easy. Yeah, it's kind of took a little wind out of my sails. I wasn't too good. The other thing I was worried about was my scar, and it looks like a cat scratch. Trust me, I've been scratched by cats. The worst part is actually up top. I mean, in a couple weeks, so there's this, it's just like scar cream stuff you can use, but you can't use it until all the scabbing's gone. The actual incision's fine. The worst part is the tubes. And I've heard people say this, that you have these drainage tubes they put in at the bottom of your incision. Those are actually worse than your incision. Those actually, the stitches have to stay in for a week and a half, and then take them out. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm having a little issues with my breathing, probably because I haven't been using my spirometer as much as I have. I'm only 3 weeks out, so I haven't even started cardiac rehab yet to see how good I really feel. But my obstruction was gone. I think my gradient is completely well. I think my gradient was around like 10, but your heart's still pretty inflamed and irritated after surgery. So over a couple months or 2 years or so, your heart kind of remodels. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. They started on Eliquis, which is a blood thinner because I was in AFib. Not necessarily indefinite on that, but could be. Kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Anyways, that was supposed to be a short update, but that's my update. I'll probably do a little more in-depth thing on what to expect with a septal myectomy, but I guess my final thoughts are I can count on my hands how many actual heroes I have in my life. Dr. Smadira at Cleveland Clinic is my real life hero. And of course the whole team, but he's the keystone there. The care I received there was just unbelievable. I have nothing but good things to say, except there was one lady who kept coming in at like literally 3 o'clock in the morning to have like medical discussions with me. That was really weird. I don't know what her position was. I don't know what she was doing there, but like having like serious medical discussions with me in the middle of the night. I thought that was very strange. I meant to ask her, say something about it, but that's my only complaint. Everything else was fantastic. It feels like a fever dream, especially because I'm not from Cleveland or Ohio. So it's like you get transported there, you're out of it, you come out as a new person, you go home, it feels like a fever dream. Yeah, I'm over the hump. Hopefully I won't have to think about aficamten or mavacamten again for a long time. but by that time, I'm sure. I mean, the medicines they're dealing with right now, they're coming out with are amazing. Everything's just getting better and better. So if you have any questions about, I don't know, Camzyos or Septal Myectomy, please feel free to reach out. I know a lot of you have already. Obviously, I'm not as well versed with aficamten, my cortisone. No, I'm still following it. My hands are full these days. I'm trying to get better. I can't drive till, that's the other thing. I can't drive until probably end of May, maybe June. They end up using titanium plates in my chest instead of wires, which seems to be what they're trending towards. It's a lot stronger. I feel like a lot more support in my chest. Yeah, the other thing is I had some back and neck soreness from sleeping. I'm not a back sleeper, and you have to sleep on your back for a while, so getting over that. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling now. I just have a lot of things to say and things to cover. Yeah, thanks for following me on this journey. I have a little bit of a fan base now, so looking forward to more updates, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Reach out. Thanks.